Well, hey friends, how about a reading about what's going on up there in the stars for us this month on March 23rd? Pluto at the threshold, in the doorway, in this liminal position, about to enter into Aquarius. And this is the age of Aquarius, and we shall welcome from Capricorn, where Pluto has been revolutionizing and transforming structures of power. We now welcome Pluto into the realm of community, into the realm of technology, into the realm of the humanitarian, represented by Aquarian energy in this age of Aquarius. We're in the midst of what astrologers say is Pluto's return for America. That is, that Pluto has returned to the same positions when the United States of America was formed. And if that seemed like a big historical moment, really depending on your subject position, it could have been a very big historical moment for you. How have we been experiencing a revival of these feelings in which a nation, a settler colonial society, a white supremacy, a heteropatriarchy, whatever you think it was created through that radical transformative process that Pluto brings? Have we been experiencing another one? To me, it seems so. Perhaps in your individual life, looking at your chart. Obviously, none of us will see Pluto's return because it took the entire life of America so far, since the founding of this nation, for Pluto to return. But what has Pluto been doing in the structures of your life? And now, how will Pluto affect you? So we're going to do a little pick a card reading. I'm going to give you a choice of 4 decks, and I'm going to pull a card from this Mystic Mondays deck for each one. And then you choose based on your intuition what feels like your path, what feels like your desired transformation, or the one that you're actually already aware that you are experiencing. Okay, so let me introduce you to our 4 decks, and then I'm going to split this Mystic Mondays deck. Then we will pull a card for each one, and you decide. So deck number 1 is the Klimt deck. What do we have on the bottom? A beautiful 3 of Pentacles. This is a very beautiful deck. Klimt, the artist, you recognize from, I don't know, this is what it looks like on the front. So that's deck number 1. And what is this going to be about? This is about your security, the Queen of Pentacles, your sense of self-worth, your very 3D world, perhaps the Earth, your planet. Okay, next deck, number 2. You can go and click ahead to the timestamp beneath for reading number 1 if that feels like you, or hang out here and see what the other possibilities are. So this is the Forhaxa deck. It's a deck of fairies, and we get the High Priestess. So this is a spiritual journey. This is a transformation in the spiritual realm here. And what Mystic Mondays wants to add to that is a 5 of Swords. So the swords are your mind. 5 of Swords, often called the headache card by other tarot readers, it's literally about thoughts that hurt you. And it's sometimes about winning in a way that doesn't feel good. So that's a challenging transformation and a much needed one if that's one that resonates with you. Okay, so we've got Pentacles, Swords so far. Our 3rd deck is the Star Seeker deck. Cute little, simple, humble little deck. And we're looking at your wish fulfillment in and of yourself, a 9 of Cups. Beautiful, sitting in the water. This may appeal to you or resonate with you. This is so you're transforming with Pluto as this transformative energy, that wish fulfillment. And here you get a 5 of Wands, fiery energy, competition, conflict, creative chaos, lack of hierarchy. Lots of great ideas competing to be the chosen idea. I like this card. So there could be a feeling of conflict about your wish fulfillment. So we're going to look at that transformation here. Finally, we're going to look at the Tarot of the Wild Unknown. Looks like a love story or some kind of big decision. You got the Lovers here on the bottom. What are you transforming? Ooh, yes, the Four of Wands, soulmate connections, people, friends, community, a party where you get to be your authentic self. So that's number 4. So number 1, to review, Queen of Pentacles. Number 2, the 5 of Swords. Got some self-harm to look at. Number 3, the 5 of Wands. And number 4, the 4 of Wands. Okay. I'm going to give you some timestamps, and then we'll get into each reading one at a time. Let's see here. We're going to go for number 1 will be at 6:20. Well, hi, you have picked pile number 1, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Some sense of your worth, your security of the earth. And I'm going to pull from the bottom of the deck because I showed you this already. A 3 of Pentacles, making music. This is about making a vision real. So a kind of Pentacles transformation here. Very powerful, very earthy. And so we'll take the Klimt deck here and we're going to pull 4 cards. We're going to ask about who you are. And this has to do with Mars, Venus, and Chiron meeting in this time in the sky in Aries, that place where we know ourselves, our sense of self, our very body. So we're going to ask who you are in this transformation. And then what we see is Pluto will be squaring with the South Node, where you have been most comfortable and where you are releasing. And that has been in Scorpio right now. And the North Node will be the 3rd card, so we'll ask what you must turn towards, what you're aspiring to, what you're becoming, and that is currently in Taurus, which is very much this Queen of Pentacles energy. And fourthly, we will ask what you need to know as you go through this transformation. So 4 cards, and let's see what happens. I do have a deck to clarify if need be. So we're asking about your transformation, the transformation of the Queen of Pentacles. I see you making something, making music. So let's see. Who are you? Who are you? You are strength. Wow. So you have this very beautiful ability to rise above your violent nature with love and to basically contain and control your inner beast, your inner madness, your inner violence. It's such a weird image for strength. I always think like, it's like you're keeping a part of you under wraps. This is the monster in you. Instead, you're being this graceful woman, heart forth. But I find it to be a creepy image. So you are using all of this self-restraint on a part of yourself. Okay, so you've been really comfortable. The South Node, you can look on your chart where your South Node is. Mine's in Leo. And then I'm moving towards Aquarius. So that's where my North Node is. So you can look at your South Node, but currently Pluto, as it moves into Aquarius, is going to be squaring the nodes. One is in Taurus and one is in Scorpio. The South Node in Scorpio. So you have been very comfortable in love. Ace of Cups in your heart. Very much comfortable in this emotional realm. Where are you heading in this transformation? You're heading towards the spiritual realm, the High Priestess. So when I see you coming into strength, kind of like controlling your embodiment, really like your desire, your I relate to this transformation actually. It's very much a Leo to Aquarius South North Node shift. So moving out of coupledom and into the solitary spiritual path or something like that. What you need to know as you go through this transformation. Wonderful. Queen of Wands, you need to know how powerful, sexy, beautiful, and amazing you are. And that's totally what the Queen of Pentacles is about, knowing your worth. She's able to make, in collaboration with others, a vision into reality. In other words, to take a song that is in your head, in your heart, in your mind, even in your body, make it real, make it into music that other people can hear, a symphony that other people can attend. So this transformation of vision into reality, this is your spiritual transformation, because we see you exerting strength. This is how you show up in this process. Making me think about Saturn moving into Pisces. Saturn is going to bring this, the taskmaster is what we call the planet of Saturn. Pluto moving into Aquarius is going to revolutionize, maybe shake you out of this control. Interesting. And definitely the High Priestess calls you out of the individual into the humanitarian, into the larger consciousness, the 5D, that Aquarian energy where we connect outside of the 3D. And what we see is that you've been very comfortable in the realm of emotions, and now you're entering the spiritual realm. But don't forget, this is how you show up in this. Very powerful, very visibly stunning. Sexy is what we think of as the Queen of Wands. She also has, like the Three of Pentacles, a capacity to make real her vision. What's going on the bottom here? Just the Tower. Pretty significant transformation. The Tower. This is about something that is built on a shaky foundation that must come down. I feel like I need to clarify this message for you, Group 1. And I'm going to clarify it. I'm going to use the Rider-Waite-Smith because it's a quick talker, because we have agreed upon meanings. We know these images well. Let's see if I can add anything to your message. What is this transformation about? Queen of Pentacles. It's a spiritual journey, but it's also a spiritual journey where you actually make something real. There's a move from romantic love to spirituality. And you're actually willing to put the part of you that needs sex and love in a bag, like in this Strength card. That's where you are. That's how you appear. You're willing to control your desire for this direction. You're heading towards this North Node that you're heading towards. The thing I don't quite understand is why we need the Queen of Wands. It seems about remembering your embodiment. Let's clarify. I don't mind. Okay, so Strength. The Chariot. So that's the card before Strength. That's all of your animal energy, your lust, your passion, your momentum. Strength goes, whoosh, hold on, pulls the reins in lovingly. There's that Queen of Wands. So this is what the tarot wants you to know, what you need to know or see as you go through this transformation. And thirdly, healing. Something very healing here. I get that with the Queen of Pentacles, that your transformation is maybe to return from, oh, thank you, cards. So, yes, you need this. You need to know your power. You need to know your power to make real your vision. That's what this says. You have a capacity, and it's an earthy one, right? Because we had the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. So like this is Taurus is where the North Node is. It's the direction we're heading in. It's Earth over the darkness of really the after Earth that is Scorpio, the land of death, right? So here in the real world where we're alive, where things are blooming, where spring is coming in and the Earth is producing, Taurus, farming, agriculture. So you have been repressing your embodiment, and that needs to be healed. And that's what this transformation is about. Okay, so let me see what this Ace of Cups is about. So this is where Scorpio is. Water. Scorpio is a water sign. It's the South Node. It's what we've been doing, where we're comfortable, but it's also what we need to walk. We need to walk north, away from this. Pluto loves Scorpio, right? So Pluto's very comfortable in Scorpio, is now moving into Aquarius, which is square to Scorpio. There's more water here. Temperance, alchemizing that. Another way to think about transformation. 1 foot in water, the emotions, 1 foot on land, like Pentacles. Takes time. It's slow. Changing your mind, moving from choppy, disturbed, emotional waters to calmer ones. And discontentment. There's lots of needing to move away from this. It reifies that the South Node is what you walk away from. There's discontent here. It looks like you've been waiting to move away from this emotional place, and that you're finally ready to do that. It looks like your transformation is that you're going to finally finish with this emotional location or experience that you've been in. And there's lots of movement here. The Chariot, the Six of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. It's coming from discontent. You've basically been repressing this need, and the need comes from nothing less than the power of the Queen of Wands. Okay, you intuitively know this. This is some secret. There is a little bit of mystery as to where you're headed. It looks like a spiritual path here with the Eight of Cups that often speaks to us of a spiritual path. Six of Swords, another form of traveling. It's in your mind. So let's see, what do we have here? High Priestess, what is this about? Okay, Knight of Swords, carrying the truth. All right, the Tower is here. This is significant. There's the Tower again. Boom, I love that. Wow, I did not look at that. Remember, we already had the Tower. That's like where I feel like, oh, I'm channeling a message. We got the Tower there. I was looking at that, and then there's a truth that's coming, followed by the Tower. It's again about the emotional realm. There's a new emotional offering here. You're kind of not seeing it because you're looking at the past. You're looking back. I think you're looking down back at where you were comfortable in the Scorpio and the South Node, just waiting, right? So there's something new that's being offered here. You intuitively know what this truth is, and it's also, you also know, the Tower, I interpret, you know something is built on a shaky foundation. You know it needs to come down. It will come down with or without your help. This is the opportunity to do it before it comes down, because the universe is going to bring it down. So the High Priestess here says, you will know what I'm talking about as to what you're leaving behind and what you're heading towards. And you'll understand what I mean when I say you've been repressing something, you've been waiting on this and pushing this out of your mind. And what you haven't been is this woman. She's not like strength. She has a wand. That's her will. And she uses that will according to the law of attraction, which is what she focuses on becomes real, right? That's what this is. What you focus on becomes real. Here we see the whole point of this transformation. What are you holding right there in your arms? That's what this is about. You know what that is. Focus on what the Queen of Pentacles is holding there. What is that? That is what you are transforming. That is your vision. There's one that's preceding this vision. It's coming down. This could be on a grand scale. It could be in your individual local life, your community. But let's find out. This is what you need to know. And I feel like that this is your power. And if you're focusing on crap, something negative, repression, that's what's you're gonna make real. If you're focusing on what you don't have, you're not gonna see what you could have, right? So Queen of Wands, the law of attraction says, focus on what you want instead of what you don't want. Let's see here. What else? The Hierophant. There's structural power. This is like Pluto in Capricorn. And then we have putting down the burden. There is the old world. Putting that down. Pluto will do this, right? Ooh, and it doesn't feel good. Three of Swords. Mind and heart at odds. Wow. Underneath, King of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Six of Wands, victory. There is something about security. The Hierophant, the King of Pentacles, it makes me think about what was, and then there's something new, a new idea. This is the manifesting power of the Queen of Wands. That's her wand. And then being recognized, you in victory, your idea acknowledged by others. But there is the burden of what was, what you've been attached to, what you've been, this message is for somebody who knows something needs to change, with the Tower here twice, and you've been fighting that change. You've been resisting it, even though, and then what's actually happening is that you're focusing on what you don't want to lose, and it's a negative vision. You're not seeing the positive vision. And so it's causing you to be in an obsessive place here. So what you need to do is let go of that, put it down, put down what was, and use your power to create what will be on some level of your life. And you know what this transformation is about. It's actually in your hands to do this. So that is the first reading for the first card, and we're going to go on now to number 2. So okay. Number 2. Okay. 24. 45. Well, hello. You are here for the interesting message of the Five of Swords. Some kind of transformation around your ideas, your thoughts, your truths, And the truth is, when you get a 5 of Swords, what it says is there's some kind of self-harm here happening. And it's causing you feel it, you know it, you're thinking about it. You got what you wanted, but you don't really like the way you got it. You hurt others to get what you have, and that hurts you. That's why it's self-harming. You end up isolated, right? And you can see with these swords, your sword in opposition to the other 4 who are vanquished by you. You won, but does it feel good to have won? And we're going to keep this card here, the High Priestess. This is the underlying energy of our primary deck, the 4 Hoxa fairy deck. The High Priestess. She sits over the phases of the moon. She is the priestess of unorganized religion, the spiritual realm, secrets, the unknown. So what she often means is, you already know what I'm talking about. You intuitively know this. That's why you're here. That's why you chose pile 2. Pile 2 is a tough pile. All the other ones are a little bit more fun looking, but this is a tough pile, so good on you for being here. Let's see what happens. I'm going to ask who you are, where you have been comfortable, and what you are leaving behind, what you're heading towards. So those are a South Node and then a North Node card. And fourthly, what you need to know as you go through this transformation. And it looks like with the High Priestess here, you already know something. Okay, I'm going to split this deck. We'll clarify if we need to. I had to on pile 1. It was not clear till I clarified. Let's see what happens for you. All right, so who you are as you go through this transformation. You are a 3 of Earth. You like to work with others. Everybody has a skill that they contribute here. The fox, the fairy, and the crow are picking a cherry or an apple. It depends on your sense of scale. I think it looks like a cherry, but then the fox makes it look like an apple. That's a big fairy. All right, so you work well with others. You're practical. There's so much here about making a vision real in the 3D earthly sense. Okay, what you need to release. This is the South Node in Scorpio. The Queen of Air. The bee. The bee queen. She has a stinger. The stinger is truth. The sword. The mind. So she gets clarity, this Queen of Air, and then she cuts out. She cuts out people. So she's the divorce queen. You may have been somebody going through a divorce. You may have had to cut ties, leave, something like that. That's what you have been doing. And what this tells me is you've been pretty good at that. You're pretty comfortable in that because it's in your South Node. South Node's in Scorpio at the moment. You could also look on your chart. Where is your South Node? If you're new to North-South Node readings, don't worry. I'll interpret this for you so you don't have to know that. Okay, but we can see that this using of your sword leaves you isolated, makes you wonder, do I like how I'm doing life? So you're here. Where are you headed? You were headed to a 9 of Earth. Beautiful. Little fox. There's the fairy. I kind of think of these folks. It feels like, it's the same suit Earth. They've had lots of cherries and now they're taking a nap. This is you with other people. This is, in this image, you with your fairy. But it's really about a solitary energy. It's just one that feels a lot different from this one. This one feels like I've cut a lot of people out. This one feels like I'm comfortable alone. I am sovereign of my own world. I'm everything that I need. It's about what you have, what you've made. It's a very positive viewpoint as opposed to a cutting out, negative what I don't want. You see what I mean? Moving from what I don't want to what I have. From the death card of Scorpio to the gentle Empress energy of Taurus, where our current North Node is, right? And these are square with Pluto. So we're seeing this transformation where you're being pushed in both of these relationships. What you need to know as you go through this transformation, the Elder of Air, the King of Air. Unlike the Queen of Air, the Elder of Air is the highest position in the kingdom. This deck is not going to use a masculine, feminine gendering because all the fairies are probably, they look like feminine figures, but you could even think of them as non-binary. They're all the same gender. So this is the King, or the Elder of Air. And the Elder of Air also has the truth, also has clarity. But what the Elder of Air has is a heart connection to the truth, and uses the truth with kindness, with heart, with love. And it feels that this is a difficult lesson to have learned. It's a Five of Swords lesson. You've learned that the truth hurts, and so you use it with care. Underlying energy on this deck. Yes, not surprising at all. Quite a bit going on here. I will share. Underlying energy, we have the Devil. This is the Five of Swords energy. In this card, the Devil, this big fairy, has convinced the little fairy that if she comes and joins her, she'll benefit. But the cost is that she gives up her fairy wings. So it's so very much about addiction, about losing your ability to fly, codependence, thoughts that disempower you, temptations. This Five of Swords is very much a part of that energy. The remedy in this reading is so beautifully about Earth. We have here a page of Earth. There's the beautiful apple now cut open. This is the apple that you are getting with your friends. You're collaborative. This helps you out of isolation with this Devil, who appears as the Queen of Air, this impulse to take the truth and act with it. It's almost like you fear others. And so you end up isolated, even though you're a people person. You like community. You want to be in community. Pluto in Aquarius is about community. Aquarius is our humanitarian urges, that we move out of like love for just me and my little couple and into love of all, love of humanity. That Taurus is where your North Node takes you into this beautiful self-sovereignty. We see you in contentment if you head in the direction of Earth. This is a new journey for you. The Fool, definitely a transformative experience. The Fool sits on a beehive, wondering at the beauty of this bird song. It's a leap of faith. It's careless. It's not cautious. It's not at all cold. And then we see the beautiful Elder of Water, like the Elder of Swords. This is the Heart King. So you're getting a transformation from being somebody that wields the truth in a way that others experience as cold, like a bee sting, shocking. You do it to protect yourself. You intuitively know with the High Priestess that this is harmful to others, to you. And the way that it's harmful to you is that you're somebody that wants to be with others and work with others and build with others. And while you love your solitude, this is what it can look like instead of like this. Okay? And so what you do is you learn, you don't give up your ideas, your intellect, your mind, but you learn to use it more judiciously, with more kindness. And the reason that you do it like this, like the Elder of Water, an emotionally mature leader, the reason that you do this is because the earth has somehow coming in here with the North Node in Taurus to heal you. It is a very beautiful healing of your heart and of your sense of security that shifts you away from playing with the coldness, the harshness, the self-harm. Can even literally be with self-harm and the devil here, that this is a transformation where you get out of some kind of addiction, a it's like it much less about the body, the physical body, than it is about the mind. So it makes me think about, you have a frame of mind, concepts, obsessions. It may be that you use drugs or alcohol, but it feels much more like control. You come in as struggling with control, and that, yeah, you kind of protect yourself against others, and it hurts people, and then it hurts and isolates you. And you know this, and you need help. And help is, I feel like what you need to do is go out into the woods as spring comes, get into, like, we live in the Ponderosa Pine Forest here in Flagstaff. Go into the woods, hug trees, watch birds, watch animals. This is all of this earthy pentacle energy of the North Node in Taurus. Go away from your darkness, away from your Scorpio, dark, negative viewpoint. Although I'm a Scorpio, so, I love all of the darkness. But walk out of there. You've been there long enough. And come into your planet and begin to take the silly, lighthearted leap of faith. Be full of wonder like the Fool. And you'll end up much happier, much more like the Love King here. Okay, that is your message. It does not need clarification at all. So, I hope this helps you. Have a beautiful day and enjoy your Pluto transition into Aquarius, my friend. Okay, I'm going to clean this up, and we will then start number 3. And I will blow my nose a little bit over here. Okay, someone's still here. Okay. Number 1, 2. It's going to be 38. 15. Hello, you are here for reading number 3, the creative competition of the 5 of Wands. This is where your transformation lies, my friend. And we're gonna see what happens. We'll pull from the bottom of the deck. It's in the realm of your wish fulfillment. Beautiful 9 of Cups. I feel like you have a competing ideas. Wands are more like not ideas, that's swords, but there's like this competition of wills in the 5 of Wands. Lots of creative ideas. Let's do it this way. No, how about my way? So you're in this my way, no my way, no my way conflict. And it feels like what you really want is a vacation. So how do you find peace in chaos? That's what this transformation looks to be about. But let's find out. We'll actually ask the cards some further questions to see. We're going to ask who you are. And this has to do with the fact that we've got Mars, Venus, and Chiron in Aries around this time. So we kind of just give ourselves the excuse of checking in with who you are, but we should always do that, right? Who are you in this transformation? What is your identity? Jupiter in Aries and expanding that. Okay, number one, who you are. Wow, you are the world. This is the beginning and the ending. This is that you are everything you need. You have everything you need. That's a beautiful sense of self in the vast cosmos. Yes, you're a person who's very much letting yourself be in the hands of the stars. That's why you're at this reading, right? Because you're interested in what happens when Pluto enters Aquarius. And this is very much that I just feel surrender to the large forces of space. Like I see this swirling, all of this power, and you're just lying there in that portal, ready to cross this threshold with Pluto from Capricorn into Aquarius. Oh, that is fantastic. Okay, so the South Node currently in Scorpio. This is where we've been. This is where our comfort zone may not be comfortable for you in Scorpio, but that's what the South Node is about. So what is that? So the South Node for you is work. You've been working hard, learning new skills. And this could be literally your job. This could be where you have the Five of Wands, conflict, chaos. It's fun, but it's tiring. There's no leadership, and there's a kind of solitariness about you in the midst of that, right? This is you in the midst of that. Just thinking about your favorite swimming hole while everybody's arguing around you. Okay, doing your work. So where you want to head, strength. Beautiful. Okay, so this is your North Node, which is going to be in Taurus. It's in square to Pluto. So these are, we're called to think about, like, how is Pluto this transformative planet? It's like the death planet. It is the planet that rules Scorpio, where the South Node is. So there's some kind of transformation happening in the realm of work. And you actually do seem to get your wish of rest. There's a very Taurus, earthy rest. Here you are with your lion friend, your pet. Could be anybody, your dog. But you're relaxing, you're peaceful, you're a person of heart, and a peaceful person who has been living through chaos. And the way that you've done it is like this. You've just surrendered to the process. You put your nose down, you did your work, right? But you actually are hoping to get some rest. And again, I just really feel this. You are so good at being peaceful. That's what strength is. It's almost like you're already there in your North Node ideal. You're already here. You kind of, my partner gave me Ferdinand the Bull, a little children's book. You may or may not know the story, and it makes me think of this. She gave it to me because she said it reminded her of me, which really is such an honor, because Ferdinand the Bull, he just likes to sit out under his favorite tree and smell the flowers. And he gets chosen to go to a bullfight because he sits down on a bee and it stings him and he freaks out. He kind of does this, which is completely against his nature. This is Ferdinand the Bull's nature. And this appears to be your nature. And then Ferdinand doesn't fight, just sits down and he looks at the flowers that all the ladies are wearing up in the stands instead of fighting the bullfighter and everybody. And that's how you come through. You just have this beautiful, peaceful quality in the midst of chaos. It's like you're waiting for this change to come in. What do you need to know? The 10 of Pentacles. This is security, abundance, family. What I feel like is you're this, it seems like you're going to have everything you wish for And I can see that you're not alone. You're not alone in this wish. You're a part of a community. And that's Pluto moving into Aquarius, the humanitarian, the community, like love bigger than self. And so what the cards want you to know that is you kind of ride through this transformation with this beautiful grace. And the cards want to give you this sweet message that you're not alone in wanting peace, and that there is security, abundance, safety. Wow, it's a very moving message here. Like, it's like Ferdinand the bull is always alone under that tree smelling the flowers. But part of the story, his mom comes and checks on him because she's worried that he's lonely. And then she realizes that he's not lonely, and this is about cross-species connection. It's not just other human beings, right? It's this. You're going towards you and a lion being relaxed together. And you've been very solitary. And that's what you're leaving, is a solitary kind of grim work. You've just done it with such beautiful grace, my friend. I love this. And the cards just want you to know you're not alone. You're going to be with others, that so many others want the same thing as you, which is peace. Just being under the tree in a beautiful swimming hole. And I guess I think because we all want this, like, we still get to go alone to our swimming hole, but that, like, collectively as a community, this is the transformation that is coming in. It's what we collectively want. Yeah. And there, underlying the repetition of the same card, this card in this deck, the Five of Wands, says you're pushing at this barrier. What you've forgotten is that this is a wand. It has a magical power to open up this barrier. So there is some kind of magic at work here to transform this Five of Wands into this Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, my friend, I love your message. You and Ferdinand the bull and I are going to get to have our day in our swimming pool, or hanging out with our lion, or with our beautiful little family, whatever it is that is your peace, your dream, your most wanted transformation. That's what you get here in pile number 3. Beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate your energy coming here. Okay, let me know. I'm going to move on to the 4th and final pile. Thank you for making me cry. Okay. I'll blow my nose here. All right, the 4th and final pile is 48. Well, hello, my friend. You are here for a 4 of Wands. That beautiful ceremony, a wedding, a party, whatever it is, it's a connection with your heart people, your soulmate. It's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful ideal. And this is what the transformation that you are here to find out about as Pluto moves into Aquarius from Capricorn on March 23rd. The card we're going to keep with this is the Lovers. This is the person that you connect with on all levels. You're truly seeking soul connection, your twin flame here. And this is the transformation that you're here to find out about. And I see why you came here, okay? Let's shuffle and let's ask some questions about this transformation. Pluto's tough. We'll see what happens, right? Pretty brave of you to seek transformation here. But let's find out. All right, the first question we have is who you are in this. We have the lovers themselves, Mars and Venus in Aries, encountering Chiron, the wounded healer. So this is a chance to heal the lovers. That can be very transformative. Who are you in this story of transformation? You are a Six of Swords. You are willing to put down your old ideas and move towards these. And it feels like you're willing to change your mind in order to have this. Fantastic. It's almost even like changing your concept of the Four of Wands, of what a soulmate connection can be. And because we're moving into Aquarius, community is bigger than just our individual romantic love, which is Leo energy, which is the opposite of Aquarius. So Pluto is also moving out of a structure, right? So you can see Four of Wands is very stable. It's like a table or a chair. It's up on the surface. It's visible. And then I think about how, well, let's keep going because I don't want to overwhelm you with information. Okay, the South Node, which is in Scorpio right now, which is what's hidden as opposed to what's up on the surface, right, is the devil. Addiction. Yeah, okay. Addiction, codependence, thoughts. These are the thoughts you're ready to leave on the ground. You're ready to leave the dark thoughts behind and move towards the light. That's exactly what the South Node is. It's the place you walk away from. And the devil is, it could be very much about physical desire. It's kind of a cute little devil here, right? His feet on fire. Not super comfortable. It could be your lust. It could be sex. It can be excess, food, drink. But it also can be things that keep you, well, addiction's very isolating or very obsessed, like codependent. Addiction's very obsessive. You just can't think about anything but that drink. So it's very clear to me, my friend, that your transformation involves giving up something that is symbolized by the devil. You want to walk away from the South Node and head towards the North. And what is there for you to find? Oh, it's a slow journey. The Son of Pentacles. It's earthy. It is solid. It's a solid plan. We can see the sun, the good boy, knocking out the bad boy. Yeah, the Son of Pentacles. This is when I was first learning the tarot, a reader would say, this is the boy your mom wants you to marry, the Son of Pentacles. He's a little boring. He's a little slow, but he gets straight A's. He's a good, safe driver. You know, he practices safe sex. Like, he's very responsible. So that's what you're walking towards. It's also a very earthy energy. And our North Node is in Taurus, Earth sign. So we'll clarify here. But let's see what the tarot wants you to know. Oh, this is wonderful. What you need to know. There's that beautiful Aquarian humanitarian community. The Cups. Absolute emotional joy. Satisfaction with others. This is what you're walking towards, away from the darkness. I do want to clarify, but let's look at what's going on the bottom. Ooh, fantastic. Ooh, okay, yeah, this is kind of a bigger message than I realized. Well, let me share with you what I just saw. Okay, there is a lot of momentum. The Chariot, a lot of power. Very beautiful. She's wearing the pentacle around her neck. She's got this, it's like you intuitively know where you're heading. The sun is cutting through the darkness here. It's much more austere energy than this kind of like rainbow light that your lover's aspiration. So there's momentum, but the Chariot like can also be like your beastly nature. Then we have Justice, balance. Again, very austere. I have a new version of the same deck, and the artist has revised it. She's filled in rainbow color and also transgender colors around these cats. She's put the earth between their tails here. So this idea of justice has even been transformed in this deck, going from this dark to this rainbow style. What's happening? There's a message of truth that you receive here. Justice also, we can see the cats wield the truth. I always like to see them conspiring together. We don't really know what they're doing. And then a tower. There is something here, my friend, about your addiction. There's something really that's in your way of your dream. And you know it. You know it. That's why you're appearing here as someone who's willing to put down the old ideas and move towards the new ones. You're willing to do it because you want this. And that's here for you. The cards say you can do this and it's right here. But you have to do this first. You got to confront whatever this is, these disempowering thoughts, this addiction. You're an idealist, you're romantic. You could even be a love addict for all I know. But you have like grandiosity. I really identify with this as a sober alcoholic. Like, I love our grandiosity. I love like the romantic ideal, and it's gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be like this, and it's gonna be like this. You know, it's about justice, and but I'm sitting at the bar stool and I'm talking about it. I'm not making it real. And I feel like Pluto, planet of death, moving into Aquarius is going to, and Aquarius is air, your mind, your thoughts, your swords. Like, I feel like this transformation is going to shock you into, it's going to cause a tower, a shock in your life in some way. It feels like there's a lot of movement here. And this is also movement. Slow down, baby. Slow down and get responsible, because there's a car wreck here. There's a train hurtling down the track in the corner. So like, warning in this message, my dear. If you're going to go fast, this is what you're heading towards. And you don't want the universe to take your life into your hands. You take your life into your own hands. Don't let this have you. Otherwise, you'll never get your dream. But your dream is here. But the dream. So you see how these are cups and they're pouring something out? This speaks again to the addiction, the alcoholism. Yeah. So group number 4, you may not be an alcoholic, but there's some obsessiveness in your mind that is keeping you from acting step by step, patient. You're grandiose. I love you. I love your vision. It's justice. It's the Chariot. It's the Lovers. You're never going to get it if you don't take the steps to get rid of this devil. Pour it out. Pour out all of the fantasy. There's too much fantasy here to get what you need. You really want something really real, solid. But there's all these concepts and this addiction that are preventing you from that. So this may not be your reading. If it is, I'm glad you came, because the cards tricked people, dreamers, Four of Wands, the lovers. Like, they tricked you here, right? And then you get a message about disabusing yourself of obsessive love addict kind of thoughts. I totally relate to this story. It is possible to get grounded and be like this Son of Pentacles and have a life full of love and comfort and beauty and justice and excitement, all the things that you value, all the grandiose visions. You can have all of that, but you can't have it sitting on a bar stool, dreaming about it, talking about it, and never taking the steps that you need to take to get there. I hope this helps you. Let me know. Have a beautiful day and enjoy Pluto transitioning into Aquarius. All right.